You are now
What up?
with the Patio PolitiCz.
What up? Peace and blessings. World.
Yeah.
It's your man J5TH.
What's going on?
Mac Millie in the building. How you
Yes,
feeling?
sir. The
Great,
king,
brother.
The
Great
king is
rider?
on his throne. So
Yes,
you know
he
what that
is.
means. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling blessed in the atmosphere.
Atmosphere of what we looking like today.
Oh man, we looking like
Ain't
how
on
we
that
always
bullshit
looking.
today, right, man?
Wait. Well, I'm never on that. Well, when I'm with you, I never know.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I come with surprises, brother.
Yeah. I usually give you the bullshit route, and I just, I ride in the back seat or in the passenger, depending on how I feel.
It's early, man, and I ain't got the powder under and on my nose. But on that note, world, we here today. We live, man. We on.
You're on.
I'm on. I'm always on.
You're on.
I'm always on. But nah, man, top of the morning, top of the evening, afternoon, wherever you might be across the globe, man, we are here. We're blessed and highly favored to be moving in the power of the Most High and in the spirit of the Most High. We have a dope-ass, phenomenal guest today. Very talented, gifted, extraordinary. I love to say extraordinary because when you say that word extraordinary, it has so much power behind it. And this man, music, filming, poetry, everything. The title of the show, Mac, because you keep saying
Into the mind of Micah.
Into the mind of Micah.
Into the mind
Into the
of
mind.
Micah.
Because see, the whole premise is, man, when you have a creative such as our guest, we want to tap into what drives and fuels this artistry that you have.
Where does it come from?
Where does it come from? You got to be thinking of some crazy shit to be this talented.
I mean, do you think it crazy shit?
I'm crazy as fuck. That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm crazy
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So into the world of Micah, man. We're going to have fun. And we'll be back in a tick on the Patio PolitiCz after the thing. Let's get it.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
We hope you stay a while, because if you don't, I'm going to have you watch Red Zone, because I got it on Fire Stick. I ain't going to say from who. Mm-hmm. Yes. And you're going to see a commercial of my brother that's here.
Yeah.
That's all we going to do today. We ain't putting you in no trunk.
Yeah.
We ain't kidnapping you. It's a lot of other stuff I want to say. I ain't going to say. We ain't going to do that to
You
your lady.
said enough already.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave it there. Well, we got a dope ass, phenomenal guest, man. Extremely gifted in the world of music. Not only he does it, he does poetry, spoken word. He creates music. He produces it. He acts. Everything, man. He does everything under the sun. And just a phenomenal individual. Has a beautiful, gifted spirit, man. We had the privilege of having him on the Council soundtrack. And, the song he did, I'm not going to say it was simplistic. It was powerful in all that he gave in it. You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite songs, if not the favorite songs, no bullshit, on the soundtrack. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the world to my brother, Micah Bijon. What up, brother?
What's going on? I'm taken aback just from that introduction, man, and those words. I really appreciate that, and that's God sent.
Thank you, brother.
That's love, man.
Thank you for being here, man. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Right, in person.
Yeah.
In person. And this was supposed to happen, I think, a couple weeks ago, but something was going on in my world, and I woke up one day and it was like a week removed, and I was like, oh, Jasmine, like I'm so sorry, like when do y'all need it? Like I show up butt naked, like I owe y'all,
Thank you for coming close.
Yeah. But
got a beautiful spirit, man.
Yeah, he does. He does. And I believe in all things happening in God's proper timing, man. So you're supposed to be here right now. And we know this is going to be a spectacular ass show. So before I say anything crazy, Mac, why don't you let them know what we do before we kick things off, man?
Man, we got a series of questions that we usually ask every single guest that graces the patio, just to pop it open just a little bit and get down into it. So it's called the 3 Ps. We'd like to know, what is your passion in life? What is your pleasure in life? And what is your passion in life?
Pleasures.
Pleasure.
What's your pleasure?
Pleasure, passion, purpose.
In whatever order, too.
Okay. I'd say my passion would start off just by art, creating. I feel like God gives us that creator's gift, and how we choose to use it is based on our choice, but at the same time, like, as Pharrell or somebody older and, a little more versed in the creative life would say, we're a vessel. As Kendon was just saying, we're a vessel, and we allow it to choose how it's created. Like Basquiat, he was doing clothing, then he was painting, painting on doors and shit. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So those
innovative.
Innovative.
Yes.
So those are my passions. Just the action of. The other P, the pleasure. Let's see, pleasure. I think we all can agree on pleasure by. Pleasure could be the simple things. I really appreciate, when you had said it was simplistic.
Yeah.
The song was simplistic because that is something that gives me pleasure.
Wow.
Doing things that are complex but making them seem simple. Or doing something simple and making it complex.
Man.
Like a lot of my favorite songwriters, like the John Mayers, the Erykah Badu, the Nora Joneses, all of them do something simple, but then they like paint you this picture in your head, and it's like, wow, like I don't know you, but I'm crying too.
Man. And I hate to use that word simplistic when it comes to our creativity, because like you said, it can come off simplistic, but it's so complex and well versed where you like, fuck, this touched my spirit.
True. But that simple stuff sticks with us though.
Yeah.
It's like the A, B, C, D, like that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody forgetting that.
So how can I take that and twist it and flip it?
Twist, exactly. And dip it and twist it. What's that last?
Your purpose then.
Purpose. Purpose. I feel like my purpose is to I feel my purpose here is to use what I have, use my tools. You said I had a nice smile. I appreciate that, and I feel that if I could smile to somebody, smile with somebody, smile at somebody, maybe that then happy's up their day.
Man, for real, facts.
So if I can put that into the art and kind of like sugarcoat it with a little of what they want, and then give it a little smile, but not a cheesy smile.
Organic, something that's real.
Smile. Like a person smiles different when you tell them a joke. When a person can smile different when you tell them a joke versus when you rub their back. It's like you getting different smiles.
Yes.
They're both valuable.
Yes.
But like one just is a little more
warm.
Yeah.
Warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like giving them a piece of you, almost.
Exactly.
Yeah. You do have that smile, brother. You do have that smile.
Shout out to like $8,000 and like
that $8,000 is very inviting.
a lot of jokes from women when I had braces on. Now look at me.
Yeah, take that. See you now. We will, if you don't stay a while, kidnap you and do some things to the women that was cracking jokes. I will.
Well, that's still jail time.
It is still jail
That's
time.
probly even more.
But they shouldn't be fucking with Micah. So
they
like,
shouldn't.
They
shouldn't.
2023, I'm getting abused. You a bully. You was a bully back there. You feel me?
Nah, real talk. Now, I'm gonna give you a tough question. You got to choose between music and film. What gotta go, and what's staying?
Dang. You always get this question like in your friend circle.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh snaps, this is going on the internet.
Yeah. What was your first love? I just made it worse.
Love? Okay.
Nah, cause your love can change.
True.
You feel me?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna figure this out in real time.
Right now.
And I say that I know it's a tough question because to be well rounded in both, you have to know about the filming aspect or be a movie buff of sort, and then to be in the music. I can already tell you talking about songwriters, John Mayers, Erykah Badu. I already know, like, okay, it can get real and deep with the music with you too, because it's not just one particular layer of music you're into; it's different ones. So. Ooh, tough.
It's tough. It's
like one is reaching up to you like, save me, and you like,
okay. Now, film. Are we saying like I making films, being a part of films,
the whole
atmosphere? Okay.
Let's say making them. Let's make it a little.
You making it easy?
I guess. The trick answer would be make a film because you can still get the music in.
Get the music.
But yeah, I think film, because film can also be the thing that is taken and passed down, and sometimes music can't.
It get lost.
Like a person might not understand the lyrics. Person might not like the instruments, but if a person can see something, they can see a face, and they can like something because of a face.
Yes,
like that's how film works these days.
Yes, it is, man.
Like I look like, I'm sure I'm successful in my way. That felt kind of weird. In my lane, in my lane, because I look like somebody else. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a pimp it.
Yeah.
I look like who? Oh, for sure. New character unlocked. But when we can use that to our benefit, then I feel like we can also pass some messages as well. That we couldn't necessarily pass with if you just heard us. Like sometimes it's like, I forget what it is, where it's like if you see something before you hear it, or if you hear something before you see it, different decisions are being made.
Got you. Got you.
But yeah, I say film.
So
Long answer, film.
No. So would it be safe to say that you feel film is more generational than music?
That I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that. I would say
both are timeless.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like music is the thing that people were doing before film was even.
Yeah.
Man.
Like people were making music in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
In caves.
Yeah.
You were hearing shit. You was like, what the fuck is that? And the people weren't saying like,
chants.
Damn, I never looked at it like that, but that's factual. That's true.
Like chants and things like that.
Yeah.
Like hypnotic rhythm.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like okay, the reason all black people, quote unquote, like hip hop. It's like, do we like hip hop or do we just connect with drums?
Yeah.
And then we made hip hop, but it's like, like tribal music. Like that's why Ye be, using them banging ass drums. It's like, I'm waking y'all niggas up.
Waking up, yeah.
I'm waking them up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but then you see like, I love my white counterparts, my white homies. but when you see them dancing and you like, y'all kind of out of rhythm.
Yeah,
like,
y'all ain't know it.
Right. It's like, oh, y'all ain't used to being out in the dirt,
man.
And, tapping your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
And they don't think it's a real thing. They do not believe that to be a real thing. I believe we're born born having rhythm.
Right.
It's just naturally in our bloodline.
Yeah, because I know some black people that ain't got no rhythm.
Yeah, I think they do. They just dance to a different part of the beat. Dance to a different instrument.
Way to save them.
Yeah, they just dance to a different instrument. Like we get the drums and the bass, we'll catch it, and then if you see that person, how you saying, they might be dance to the guitar.
Yeah.
But I feel with whites, they dancing to the harp, the shakers, and all kind of extra shit where it's like you feel it. You gotta say that. It gotta be power to look at them. If you tell me y'all ain't looked at a person while y'all was on the dance floor, I know you know, Micah. And you dancing, you in your groove, and you look over to them and just watch them while you dancing, they throw you the fuck off.
Yeah, it's
they do. And it's like, damn, I can't. Yeah.
You kind of want to go over there to help them in. Like, how do I? I'm gonna just turn around and get back in my groove. You know what I'm saying? That's wild over there.
You dancing to the wrong drum. Like, nah. And that's interesting. You say that about Kanye. Are you a fan of Kanye?
Ooh. Did I set myself up?
No. Come on.
I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Hey.
He's a genius, man.
Yeah.
Jokes all aside, I love Kanye.
Yeah.
I love Kanye. Actually, you talk about dang, I feel like now I'm doing something I shouldn't do, but fuck it.
Yeah, come on, we here. We here.
Somebody sent me a leak the other day, and we love our Kanye leaks.
Yes. Yes.
I don't care, Kanye. You putting tracks out, they leaking.
I'm a listen.
Still listening.
I'm a listen.
Man.
You can still share them. We still gonna listen.
Exactly.
Like beliefs aside.
Yeah.
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 Brody, like you throwing these slaps, as long as you ain't doing nothing bad on the back end, like come on now. But as far as Kanye goes, I'm over here getting on the tangent. Your question was,
are you a fan of his music?
am I a fan of his music? Absolutely. One of the first songs I ever sang to my mom was Hey Mama.
Oh wow,
You
yeah.
feel me? When it came out, 6th grade, I'm like,
Yeah.
Mom, I want you to hear this song. Like I was shy showing her.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's
It's a
fire.
good song.
It's
a
fire.
great
It is.
song.
And he doesn't have any curse words.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
I don't
great
think it does.
song.
Was that off his first album, if I'm not mistaken?
That was College Dropout.
College
College-
Dropout,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Man, another difficult question. What's your favorite Kanye album?
Ooh.
You know what? Hot take. I think it's gonna be either Graduation or Late Registration.
Late Registration, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like the Paul Wall tracks, the Freeway on the album, Common.
Did Late Registration have the joint with Adam Levine on it?
What-
Heard him say? Was that album? Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah. Ooh.
yeah. I believe
Damn.
it
It
was.
was in the beginning of the album.
so.
Yeah.
Like-
Was that the Touch
like
the Sky album? Late Registration?
No, that was Graduation.
Graduation? Okay.
If I could be tripping. Yeah.
Because I think Graduation had Champion on it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Champion,
Fuck.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, them first couple of for me, all the way up until 808s and Heartbreaks, Kanye was just like
So
killing.
808s. Also, I was in, I think, 6th grade, LimeWire years,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I had that on my iPod Shuffle, like 36 or 136 songs or something like that.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, his
I
whole
was like,
fuck.
what is going on? You know, you ever listen to some music and like feel uncomfortable with yourself?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's 2 times. Like one time was like 5th grade. I'm going to this school called Cowan Elementary in Westchester, and I heard Bye 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 for the first time. 5th grade, 4th grade, and I was like, this all these kids are singing this and sing this Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
And me coming from black, South Central,
Yeah.
Price High, Christian all black school
Yeah.
in the hood,
I feel you.
all that stuff. I'm like, they making me learn these words. Bye bye. God's gonna shame me. I'm gay. Like I'm thinking these things are bad.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this catchy melody and these.
And the shit was.
You know.
The shit was catchy.
It was. I was in the Nickerson Garden singing it, so
Yeah.
Slap.
I was listening to Radio Disney around that time. You know what I'm saying? What I do inside the house is what I do inside the house. When I walk outside, like, hey, it's a whole different Mac.
Who was that the Backstreet? Was that around the time the Backstreet Boys did
Backstreet
Tell Me Why?
Yeah.
Tell Me Why?
They were
Yeah.
on a run.
Yeah,
They were on a
They was
run.
going back and forth. Oh man, boy bands.
Oh man. See now we getting on the music tangent.
It's so much.
That's what I'm saying.
So much.
All right,
You might as well.
before we go on a break,
Yeah.
let me just ask him this. Pharrell or Kanye West?
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna say the predecessor. You know, like P.
P?
P.
Or P?
'Cause
Skateboard.
Without P, we probably wouldn't have.
Have Kanye.
So
Skateboard in your mind. Oh.
Classic.
Oh,
Classic.
talk about a non-skipping album like that album right there, start to finish.
Yes.
Give it to me.
Yes.
I think also because this might be why though for me. Like I can name more Kanye songs that I either like based on the writing, based on the features, based on the production, but I think Pharrell is somewhere where I can even connect with, like, let's say, like moments with my dad,
Yeah.
my family, and I didn't realize why I was connecting with him. Like Kanye, I feel like I learned how to grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
And to be emotional.
Yeah.
But with Pharrell, I didn't realize like man's just had the groove. You know, like the groove of all times.
Yes.
You know? So like I'm showing up on weddings and showing up on, you know, good family events. Like I remember a lot of music through like family, not family, but like through like moments in time. I'm sure everybody does.
Yes.
But like those moments that remind me of those times is like, oh, those were Pharrell beats. You know, he might not have been on it. But those were Pharrell beats.
Yeah.
Snoop, and so it's kind of, you know, it's tricky.
Yeah.
You know.
But you gonna go with P?
Today.
Okay.
I might come back and change after the break.
All right, for sure. Take us to break back. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And it's the Patio PolitiCz, J Fifth, Sir Mac, Mika. We're gonna be right back to you live.
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick. Nobody's blame but me.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Man, my brother Micah, Sir Mac.
It's mesmerizing, ain't it? It gets you.
J Fifth. We here, man. I'm gonna let you ask the questions because he was talking about family, man. Because you know with music, I'm gonna just
you just
dip into music is just a beast, man.
So with everything that you do,
Yes.
Going back to my initial first question, your first love, which is it? Music, film, acting, poetry.
First love was for sure music.
Okay.
First love was for sure music. I was telling Kendon outside, like, poetry allowed me to. I grew up real, like, self-conscious and low self-esteem, and you know, introvert. Excuse me. And like my English teacher, Miss Beatty, had forced us to do this presentation where we had to learn a Shakespeare piece, or we didn't have to learn a Shakespeare piece, but we had to. We were learning Shakespeare, and we had to learn a piece, perform it in front of the school. Wow! So that is what triggered trying poetry. Like, you know, it was that, and then learning this kid and play rhyme from House Party.
Which one, man?
Yo, it was.
Was it the first one? Or part two?
When they were freestyling, the first.
Okay,
one,
yeah, the first one.
You know,
House Party
kid spelled backwards, described your set.
Yeah.
So me and the homies used to come to school and just, you know, be like, oh, what rhyme did you learn today? You know,
Yeah.
I learned this one, or I wrote this one. You know, so poetry was like the first thing that allowed me to explore, like just being like radically black. We were saying, but first love music. You know, grew up in the church. I didn't know what he was doing. You know, grandma had the piano in the house, and she would be singing with all them, the aunties, uncles singing. Touched the violin early on.
Wow.
That elementary school I was talking about, Cowan Elementary, that was my first instrument, and then I was in choir, singing for church and singing for school, the Price High School. And then by the time I get to CSUN, I'm like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna just try both of these things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me try poetry. That's where I started making homies, making connections, connecting dots. That's where I met one of the homies named Matt, and then we started this thing called, or he started it. He brought me on. It was just homie shit. He was like, bro, I got this thing. It's blowing up. I need some help. It's mine. It's yours.
Yeah.
Say less. It's called the Green Box Today. That kept me in that world. You know?
Yeah.
And then eventually, just by homies being real homies and telling me the truth. They like, yo, bro, like I really think you should, I recorded a track. And they were like, bro, I think you should take music serious. And I was like, I don't know. And crazy story. This is the first time I'm ever telling this story. But I'm in one of the homies hits me up and he's like, yo, come to this trailer. We're shooting this episode. And the episode, I don't even think it came out, but it was for a show that I don't even think that came out. But it was it was Tyler Creator, it was Damo Genesis, the homie Matthew Cassianos, the homie Big Cam, and Gerard Carmichael. I didn't know who Gerard Carmichael was back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was when the Carmichael show was going on.
Yeah.
And I'm in this trailer after I'm watching their episode go on, and it's like, oh, this is funny as fuck. And this is the first time, like, I mean, I'm from LA, so I know some of these people just through the homie network.
Yeah,
you feel
yeah.
me? And just keeping good energy, like, it just becomes those people who are like, oh, like, yeah, what's up, man? Like,
Yeah,
I remember you. So the homie Matt, being the homie he played the track for them, like, at an undisclosed time, just a homie saying like, hey, the homie's making music. And that one conversation where they're like, oh man, Matt played this song for me. It's dope.
Wow.
Super simple.
Yeah.
And it's to the point. They didn't say all these details, but this is what I'm getting from it.
Yeah, yeah.
After he said, keep doing that. In 5 years, you'll be good.
Wow.
And I was like,
Just
you feel me?
from out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And it was like, yeah, man. That one conversation is something that I play in my head anytime that I feel like, damn, like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing this? Am I doing it right? Or like, can I do it? Because I still have those things, but like I have those things in certain moments.
Yeah, definitely.
Before I used to have it all the time. Like a little imposter syndrome and shit.
Yeah, before start popping off.
Right. And it was like, oh, snaps, like, like a little conversation has me believing in this thing that comes a little natural. I just need to like cater it.
Water that, man.
Yeah.
Now, we gonna get back to C-Son and then adulthood, but take me back to that moment. You being introverted, and you saying what your teacher did. What was that moment like performing in front of the school, being an introvert?
Yo. I still remember the first time. The first time I got it wrong, and the first time I got it right. First time I got it wrong. C-Son has this thing called expressions. You correct me if I'm wrong. Expressions. Expressions. It would happen like on, let's say, like every Wednesday, once a month. So you got one time to get your shit ready, because that girl or that boy, whoever your homies that you wanted to be there, or that little bar that you wanted to get off, get it off tonight.
You're gonna have to live with it for the month.
You have to live with it for the month, and they gonna forget about it next month. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna do this. And it was right before like a Christmas break. And this is a commuter school, so it's like, you got people that are involved with the thing that you're doing, or you got people going back home.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, ain't nobody gonna be here that I know, so let me just muster up the courage to do this. Bruh, I tell you, I made a poem. I learned that thing real quick on the intimate tip. Had my roommate Madison pull up. Had this girl that I was talking to at the time pull up. I drove her out. It's commuter school, so I'm like, man, I'm about to do this poetry thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Pull her up, and then I get there, my heart beating like a bitch. Like, I go to the bathroom, have one of those 8 Mile moments.
Throw up in the toilet real quick.
I'm over here trying to make sure I remember.
Somebody come back on the door for you. Micah, it's your turn.
Yo, I kid you not. I breathed hard in the mirror for like 10 minutes, and then they're like, "Oh, your time's coming up," and I'm like,
Man.
okay.
Man.
What did that to you? Was it just a performance overall,
anxiety.
or just okay?
Exactly.
Performance
Man.
anxiety.
People don't know that shit is a real thing,
real.
man.
Yeah,
It's real. It creeps up.
Yeah.
yeah,
At the end.
yeah.
Right before.
Right before it's time to-
It's like, oh, you're good.
It's
You're
like,
good. 5 days?
uh,
Oh, 2 days? Oh, now?
Yeah.
It's like,
Man.
Whatever that thing happened with I don't know if that was I don't know what movie that was. So I'm in that bathroom. I come out, and at the moment they're about to say my name, they're like, "All right, well, that's the last one. We'll get to the next ones next time." And I'm like, no, because there was a time limit. Oh. And a lot of people don't understand. That's what I learned. In poetry world, they have time limits. Just like in music world, but in poetry world, it's looser. It's much looser because it's open mic and it's featured people. And so sometimes a poem might be a little longer, or sometimes a person might forget. So many different, a person might be reading it from their phone.
Yeah.
So many things. People overthinking.
Yeah.
And that was a night that I realized, like, I had that childhood moment too, where it was like, I never want to be that person that has something to say and doesn't say it. Doesn't get to say it, doesn't choose to say it. Like, I've been that person too many times.
So you never got to the point of actually getting on stage?
Oh, or? I did, but it took, so the first good time, I come back, and at that point, like, but it took like 6 months. It was like, okay, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Went to a couple more, just, saw it. And then eventually I stepped on a stage, and it was cool. It was cool. It was still working it out. But one of the times that I really liked it, I just remember the host was just like, "Oh, like, we can tell he ain't a virgin. Pop this cherry tonight." Like, I was like, "Oh, like, I got my stripes."
And what was that moment like in time when that happened for you, man? Just finally getting to get on stage for the first time, mustering up the courage to go, and then just, I'm here now.
It felt like, honestly, it felt like you getting a toy and you opening it up and it being like, this is it.
Yeah. Like that. I wanted this so bad. For what?
The commercials made this shit feel like I was missing out. This shit is trash.
And it goes by quick too.
Goes by so quick. Like, I don't want to snap because it might be too loud.
No, it's like teeth pulling. That's what I be telling people. It's like teeth pulling.
Yes.
Going into the anxiety of somebody coming and saying, "All right," you feel the wiggle, and then while they talking to you, they're like, "Oh, it's out already." Like, damn, that's
right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't like to name drop on like homies too much.
Yeah.
I like to keep them mystique and just be like, the homie, and he'll see it.
Yeah.
like,
No, you talking
you feel
about.
me?
Yeah.
But when we talking about people we don't actually know, I'm like, I'm gonna just say that. So back to Erykah Badu. I'm doing this for like 7 months, 8 months, getting used to it. I'm like, okay, this is my CSUN community. My mom, being the supportive lady that she is, and creative, and just a loving mother.
Yeah.
Shout out to my black ladies out there.
Shout out to moms, man. Shout out to moms.
She works at the airport, so she's checking people in all the time. She's telling me all these celebrities she's meeting. I had a conversation with this person, blah 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 blah, and she says, "I meet Erykah Badu," and Erykah Badu is going to, what is it called? Dave Chappelle's show, Block Party. So she's in the overalls. She's going there to perform.
Wow.
My mom checks her in. Oh my goodness, like, Erykah Badu, da da da. Erykah Badu showing her love. And my mom's telling me the story. And she's like, I tell her about you. I've never met Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Still to this day. So if you see this, we in the politics.
Yep.
In the paleo politics. Badu, we love you. She says, how old's your son? 25. She's like, yeah, he's in poetry. He goes to CSUN. He's doing the open mics. Do you have any advice for him? She signs the ticket. I'm sure she has his ticket still inside the storage. Signs the ticket, and she's like, I tell him to keep going. Just keep going. 25, that's around when I started. I don't know if she was capping, but I just tell him to keep going. And I was like, if she says that, if she says keep going, and the homies are just saying, man, that's a hard track, 5 years.
Come on.
You feel me? I'm counting it up, and I'm like, okay, that's 10,000 hours. That's mastery. Okay, that's doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, consistency.
So all those things are why I kept doing things. Like, they're not even my reasons.
Yeah.
I was just listening to people I felt that had the great advice.
Wow.
Adding it to your reasons.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is working. Oh, okay. I see what they were talking about.
Damn.
They were looking out. You know?
So speaking of Mom Dukes, right?
Yeah.
Let's get into your childhood. What was it like for Micah growing up, man? Because you're a little bit of both worlds. So yeah, let's talk about that. Like what part of South Central you grew up in?
Okay.
Just the family dynamic, growing up in the hood, all that.
I grew up. My first neighborhood I grew up in was 65th and Western. So I was like, like near Gage.
West side.
Yeah, on the west side.
Like
yes.
Like it was
dangerous.
Definitely 6 O's.
Yeah.
My mom had moved us out because a couple dudes had got popped on maybe 62nd, like 2 blocks over. It was getting closer and closer, and she was like, "Nah, y'all getting older. You know, pops didn't want us to have braids.
Yeah, it's
hot. Jewelry, all that.
It's hot."
So I'm like, okay, we had to move to Culver City. So that's when I moved out of like 65th and Western, kind of out of the hood, and then from there, from Culver City, I think we moved to another part of Culver City, or like near Ladera or something like that. And all in this time, I'm switching schools as well, and I'm like, man, I just miss my friends, So at that point, I wasn't understanding that like a lot of the things weren't developing. Like my confidence was developing at a slower rate.
Yeah.
My openness was becoming a little more closed in. Just all these small little things that I don't think parents. I think parents pay attention to them now because they have social media and shit, but they didn't have social media back then.
Exactly.
So moms was doing her best with what she had. The education she has, the job she has. Like it's. We working with what we got.
Exactly.
New places, different levels of comfortability.
Exactly. And she's being consistent with her job. I'm understanding we're moving with aunties and stuff like that, but everybody's looking out.
Yeah.
So that's that. But the bulk of my my introductory to life was on 65th and Western.
Wow.
Yeah, and then eventually I moved to Inglewood.
Yeah,
sixth grade.
Damn.
Went to Warren Lane.
Yeah.
Met a lot of homies who then went to the league for football. Shoot track, all them things. And then from Warren Lane went to Price High on 79th in Vermont. So I kind of I bounced
around.
Exactly, like through the Hoovers, through the A-Trays, Stacy's and Blood Territories and stuff. So like among those trips, like, and then I had my older brother. He was known, his name's Seth, and he was known for moving around with like El Caminos and cars and stuff like that. So like I was meeting people, and I was seen as like the the nerdy but cool little brother. And
like
then,
he ain't annoying.
You feel me? He ain't annoying. And then my family has a church, or they had a church called West Angeles. I went to West Angeles.
Yeah.
Gospel Truth. And that was on Vermont as well. So like a lot of my life was oriented in those
Those areas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break.
It's a lot.
Yes, because there's more questions I gotta ask regarding that, man.
I'm here.
Man, we here with Micah, Mac Millie, J5TH, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be back in the tick. More on the Patio PolitiCz. Yes, sir.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
There we go. Welcome back, man. Patio PolitiCz, we live, we here, man. Shout out to all the sponsors.
Yeah.
Man, Micah, you good, brother?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Man, we great. Man, so I want to get back on the family thing, man, because it sounds like that was very paramount just in your life, your upbringing, a lot of church. And, you know, Mom Duke's doing what she had to do to raise you guys. I want to know, man, just being like you was in the trenches in the 60s on Western, which is, like you said, by Gage, around the corner from the Slauson, really, really in the thick of it. And then going to Inglewood, Culver City. What kept you from getting attracted to or like joining a gang or whatever the case may be? With it being so close around you?
I'd say a couple of things. So number one, like me living with my brother and my mom's, like it's not to disassociate anything to do with my pops. You know, my pops had his things going on. They had their differences. He was in my life, but it was more of a, you know, how he was in my life. Like he was in it, how he was in it. He was paying the, you know, tuition. So like I had to choose to go and then live with him after college.
Got you.
So in this time is my guidance is a lot of my coaches. You know, my football coach, my basketball coach, and just so happenly I had dope coaches, like winning coaches, and, and very much fathers. So I was around like dope black men.
Shout out to those coaches too.
Shout out to Coach Lynch. Shout out to Coach Smith, Coach Kane, Coach Peters, like all my dogs. You know? A lot of lessons were learned, and I mean I had my brothers as well. My brother Edwin, my brother Seth, my sister Leanne. They're all older than me. I'm the youngest.
So you the baby?
I'm the baby. Yeah, I'm the baby. I'm the baby. So my pops, his name is Edwin. He lived not too far, but you know, me seeing and knowing what he's done, like I haven't even spoken about him really. Like he's of the music scene as well. Wow. And production and, you know, life insurance and stuff like that, you know, like of big things. I just didn't know that back then as a kid, you know. So like I understood when he would, you know, come in and be father. The things that he didn't want us to do.
Got you.
So I was like, okay, I know the things he doesn't want us to do. And then my mom was always, you know, vocal about like,
voice
you know,
reason.
I don't want to, you know, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. And then I would see my brother 6 years, you know, older than me. I would see some of the things he would get into, and I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I don't get into that. You know, so I was able to watch him. You know, and he's never held anything over me. He always let me, you know what was up. He always had his best foot forward as far as like, you know, being a good brother.
Shout out to Big Bro.
You know, shout out to Big Bro.
Real shit.
You feel me? Like it was a time I raised a brick to a kid for Big Bro. Like I'm a little kid. I blacked out.
He was about to end it.
And I was like, yo, like
you was about to stone him, bro.
That was more than stone. About to flatten brains on concrete.
Man, for real.
Hey, but that's where we grew up from. Like like survival.
Like you got to go down.
Survive. You got to go down. Because I don't know what you're gonna do. You know, you might do something tomorrow. We might be caught slipping. You know.
Nah,
like,
for real.
That ain't Colin. That's Deshane. You know, like,
for real. So when you were saying about the piano being at you know with G moms and that was all on mom's side then.
That was all mom's side.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, cause since I'm the youngest, like my pops had, you know, raised these kids. And then I was one of the kids that was, you know, it was like that happened or that was living life from the divorce.
Got you.
You feel me? So like I was never like a begrudging kid. And moms, like though they had their differences, it was never foul talk.
All
so
praises.
that's why I could always respect both.
Man, shout out to them for that. For real.
So like that they were about that. But like my grandmother's house on 62nd or 63rd, one of them, she would just have it was the church house, it was the Sunday dinner house. You know, so my aunt Joanna had a cut with my uncle. Like it was one of my favorite songs. Like I have Nora Jones, Don't Know Why, and my aunt's Train Up a Child, and I only heard that on a tape cassette, on a tape cassette, but I remember it. You know, so like when I would see how talented they were in playing these chords and singing and harmonizing, I was like, oh my goodness,
that's magic.
What are they doing?
Man, yeah.
I want to do it, but I didn't know how. And then like fast forward to like my cousin. I have a cousin named Ty Phillips, and she was on Nipsey's Crenshaw album.
Wow.
And for me seeing that and seeing, you know, all the things that she had been doing, but me seeing her from as a child, when I would see her, you know, sing next to it was like she always had like the strongest voice and always this and that.
Yeah.
Me connecting to her now is like, wow, I didn't realize what I was ignoring.
Man.
You know, I had it
Yeah.
to the left of me, to the right of
all
me,
over you. Yeah.
in me. I just didn't have the confidence to go and touch the notes and learn.
Wow.
And, you know, I just felt so intimidated. You know,
That shit, damn. And let me see before I get to the film questions.
Yeah.
When you start living with Pops, like you said, this was after college,
oh
or
dude, come on now,
yeah.
throw the lob like that shit was tough and terrible.
I was gonna say, when you start living with Pops, was it like a whole different shift, man? Did you start seeing similarities in with you and Pops, or things in him that you got in yourself, or like how was that?
I'll be real. We didn't start seeing like we're now we're good.
Yeah.
We're solid. We're solid.
Yeah.
Like before it was the dang, he calling.
Yeah.
You know, like the young black dude growing up.
Yeah.
It's like what I got to hear now.
Right, what I gotta do.
Yeah.
You know. But coming from college, going to his house, I knew that it was he offered it. He was like, yo, like, you know, you wanna stay here while you figure things out, because I didn't know I was going into acting or music. I was in psychology back then still.
Wow.
So like I just knew that I was gonna figure it out. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm figured out, get this money. Not knowing how like tough shit is out here.
Yeah.
You know? And Pops was just like, hey, you know, I mean, I live alone, so come live here, you know, stack it up and you know, figure it out. So I go there, and it's a learning experience first, because mind you, I said I'm growing up with my mom.
Yeah.
So I'm learning it.
Yeah.
So this is me moving out of college with a roommate into a home with a roommate. But a 45-year-old or 50-year-old roommate.
Yeah.
That I don't really know. But he is like over dominion of the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like this is me learning an adult with the knowledge that he has of me, but not I of him.
Got
So
you.
I'm learning about him and I'm learning about me
Yeah, at the same time.
at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, so this is like 3 years of just like beating down walls and beating down doors and you know, little tears here and little anger here and little lashes out of words and stuff like that. You know, from like, you know, childhood. You got mad at me of this.
Yeah.
Or
trauma shit coming back.
Trauma shit.
Wow.
So through these years, it's been like a humbling experience, because, okay, so I had a 3-year plan with the homie Cam and the homie Mike. We said, handle business in 3 years, move out. You feel me? If not, we gotta buy a hotel for a week.
Yeah. Wow.
Some things that happened right when we were getting towards that 3-year mark. Pops had a stroke.
Wow.
You feel me? And within a span of the 3rd year to like the 5th year, he had like 3 strokes.
Wow.
So that then became like priority 1, and I became a caregiver as well, along with a creative.
Yes.
And I think this is I feel like this answer will segue perfect to the film side, because the film side was the thing that I was trying at the time.
Wow.
So when Pops went down, my credit was going up because I wasn't working. My debt was going up from my credit because I was working. And then I was having to learn these things while still being in this like creative mental space that I'm being vulnerable to every day, and trying to realize how to balance both of the things. Like be there for Pops, learn about Pops, you know, when people go down, and they're not the easiest people to work with.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something mental too.
Yeah.
So every day, every week, I tried to find ways of like to humble myself and to talk to God and be like, yo, like what am I finding in this conversation that's making me like bothered? Like, this man is giving me a house. I'm thinking all these things are problems, how he's talking to me, how he feels about it, you know, these decisions, so on and so forth. When it's like, we got a house, we got a roof, I need to just take the trash out.
Yeah. I
need to chill out.
Yeah. Wow.
You feel me?
Damn.
It's like I'm moving too fast.
And one thing that you said was so pivotal that I want the people to understand. You had already made a plan with your homeboys to do this 3-year thing. You said all this start happening year 3.
Right.
See, people, that'll go over people's head. Like, the closer we get to our destination and goal, that's when the enemy, we start getting tested and trials are coming. And you look and you said Pops had multiple strokes. Now, while you attempting to give to this, you got to give to Pops too. You get what I'm saying? Where a lot of people would have just said, man, fuck the dream. Fuck that. Let me just give and throw in the towel. But you persevered through. Shout outs to you for that right there.
Yeah. Did your boys ever give you push through?
Say again?
Did they ever give you, not push through, but push back? When that time came?
Honestly, no, because with the thing that happened to me, 2 things happened to them as well.
Certain, most certain.
You know me?
Yeah.
So one thing happened to my boy. I can't remember what had happened to him, but my homie Big Cam, unfortunately, like, he had to move. You know, and then but it's crazy. So the down part, because he lived on my block, so that's how we were able to like sync up with ideas. We were doing skits and stuff like that.
Wow.
This is early on, 2 houses up, and he was a writer, or he is a writer. I'm an actor, so I'm like, oh, you write something? I'm gonna just do it. We're gonna do it together. You know, put it on our phones. We're gonna just get it.
Yeah.
On YouTube. So in that 3 years, he had to move out of his house, you know, family, and he ended up getting with his girl, moving in with her. They moved together, and she's booming, you know. He's been a part of that. They doing their thing together.
Gotcha.
So it's like that propelled him into his relationship.
Got you. Yeah.
You know, it propelled me into my relationship, and it propelled him into his love relationship.
Got you.
You know, so it was like, okay, we didn't move out, but you know, we moved towards something.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Damn. That's it, man. The Most High has a unique way, man, of doing things. And we can see it one way this way, but here, man, draw that shit up to be zigzag and everything.
Simple.
Yeah.
But complex.
Right. Yeah. And you said you play football.
Play football.
You might have a seam or a streak, but if you getting guarded by that DB, that's on your ass. Or got them Dion or the Richard Sherman skills or Marcus Peters in his prime. You're going to have to rearrange your route to get open.
Right.
To make
might
that
be jamming you up.
Yeah.
And in your ear all day long.
Yeah. But once you be free to make that catch, now the job ain't done. Now you free from them. You got to make the catch. Then once you make the catch,
You got to get on.
you got to get on. You got to get that yak or score a touchdown. So yeah, it's always. So talk about how did you transition into the acting now?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, man, I tell this story all the time. Started off working at Trader Joe's. Homegirl hooked me up with that. Trader Joe's, shout out Trader Joe's, trying to do something with y'all.
Yeah.
TJ.
Yeah, we're gonna speak that, man. Commercial, man.
Speaking
Trader
it all,
Joe's.
I'm speaking the first things of a lot.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
I was like, I wanna, you know, you wanna save some things to talk about, and it's like, where's the first time?
Yeah, thank you, brother. We appreciate you doing it here.
Yes.
We claiming it too.
Hey man,
done.
Hey, if I got it, we go talk again. You know,
So when can I come back?
we're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're gonna talk away in these rooms. You heard me. So I'm working at Trader Joe's, and homegirl gets me this job. I'm working there. It's 3 years into the job. Everything being in threes,
Man.
Everything in threes. I'm working there, and it comes a time to my brother gets shot. Brother gets shot one of the Christmas breaks of when I'm at CSUN. So that has me like twisted, and I'm like, oh man, you know, like I'm gonna start getting out of here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things are starting to spike up. So I was only working there like, let's say 2 days out the week. Every day that I was there, let's say I was there 4 days out the month, I was like, every day that I'm here, I gotta get at least 3 phone numbers or business cards to make sure that my time is worth being here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get this money, this $10 an hour. I'm on the cash register for 4 hours a day. That should equate to 3 numbers.
Yeah.
I should be able to meet 3 people in order to get out of here.
Man.
And 2 of those people that I met were because of how I'm here now. Wow. One was an old Jewish man. I call him like my guardian angel because he had the Santa Claus mystique to him, like a beard, old, tall but lean, and carrying bags in a walker to his minivan. And he'd just be like, "Hey, Micah, like, you know, you got a lot of potential, and you should try acting. And I see you in things, and you know, every week. Did you try it? That's not a.
Yeah.
That's not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you try it? And I'd be like, no, I didn't this time. But how you doing? You know, did you try it? So fast forward, man who comes in, his birthday actually passed yesterday. His name is Will Catlett, and he's working his way through the film circuit. I didn't know what short films were. Wow. I just knew that I seen them sometimes, and they're there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a actual step. Or like a
something to get into,
circuit or series, you know, something to get into. Exactly. I just thought it was television, music videos, and films, and feature films. I didn't know there was anything that was either in between or a fragment of. I didn't know
a step.
You feel me? That's why I say a step. Where it's like I mean, technically, it is a final form.
Yeah.
You know, it is a final form. But yeah, we'll take step out of that. Because I feel like some people, you know, make short films that are way better than a feature film.
For real.
You know? So Will Catlett. Will Catlett is. I will continue to, you know, reverberate his name in rooms because one day, you know, I was putting something in his bag and I was like, hey man, like, you know, God's always giving me this gift of asking the right questions. You know, not asking for something, but asking how.
Yeah.
You know, asking what should I? Or how can I put myself in the position to help you help me? You know, but I'm gonna help you first. But
so it ain't you with your hand out.
Exactly. But just know I need help. You feel me? I'm gonna get to it later. But what you need?
I'm gonna work.
Right. So I asked him, I'm like, hey man, like I've been getting this guy that comes in that's suggesting me to just try acting. How do I just do that? How do I just try? You know, what would I do? And he was like, oh man, well what you would do is, you know, go and try to audition for people and reach out to these people and blah blah blah. You know, give me the rundown. I'm like, yeah, okay. Then he gets to this one part where he's just like, hey man, this is what I'm doing. He shows me some of his stuff. I just see his work ethic, and he's like, when you're ready, you should go hit up these people called Daniel Hoff Agency. They'll get you right. Like they'll get you right. Like we're looking in each other's eyes at this point. He's walking out.
Yeah.
And you know, people say like, "Oh, hit up my homie Vinny."
Yeah.
A lot of false promises.
A lot of false promises. And he just directed me somewhere. And he said, "They'll get you right."
Wow.
And I had been taking care of him. You know, I had been, you know, not seeing some groceries.
Yeah, for sure.
So when he told me this, I felt like he was giving me something back.
Yes. Wow.
So it took about 3 to 6 months before I actually took him up on what he said, because I was like, you know, that one moment, stage fright, I was like, I don't feel like I'm ready yet.
Now hold on. We're going to take a break because I want to
got it.
Yeah. So we'll be back in a tick. Micah, Sir Mac J. 5th on the Patio PolitiCz. Don't go nowhere, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You are now
back,
rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man,
Served you.
you good, Micah?
I'm great.
They didn't offer me shit in my cup. I ain't got nothing, but it's all good. We here. We here. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna get started a little bit
Berries
later.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm hella good. Seem like the healthy shit, man, should fuck you up a little, man. Ain't nothing healthy now, you know what I'm saying? But I know you were saying before we was getting into the Will Catlett situation, and Will Catlett is an actor, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
I believe I seen him in projects. Was he in a project with Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe
The Netflix joint?
Yeah. Wesley. Yes, he was the bodyguard. He was
the bodyguard.
Yes,
Will.
yes.
Shout out to Will.
Yes.
Yeah, shit.
Yes.
I was I haven't met him, but I was going to a prophet named Prophet Lovey. I was going to his church, and Will Catlett was a member there. So yeah, I had to, like, that name sound familiar. He doing his thing though. He is doing his thing. So you were saying 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. Right.
Why it took you that long? And then talk about the experience when you finally said, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it. Because a lot of people, when they get that information, they kind of procrastinate, man. And I hate the procrastination because I feel like when God is telling you to move,
You gotta move.
just move.
Amen.
Just move. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us oftentimes say, well, I'm gonna move when I'm ready, or I'm gonna wait because of fright or fear of the unknown, rejection a lot of times. So let's talk about that. Like, why did it take you 3 to 6 months to finally do it?
3 to 6 months. Okay, so I'm in school. 3 months is essentially what, a quarter,
A semester.
6 months, a semester. So the moment I get the information, I didn't jump on it because I was in progress of finishing school. So I was like, okay, if this is something that can take up my life and you know do these things to my schedule, you know, like take it up, then I need to be ready for it. You know, I need to be ready to receive this blessing. So rather than me jumping to it, let me take a class before I'm out of here because I have one more semester. Let me check into a class. I'm majoring in psychology, but I can take whatever classes I want.
Yeah.
So let me take an acting class. Let me see. You know, let me take it for free.
Yeah.
So I jump into a class, and jump into a class, and I say, "Oh snaps! Okay, this is a little more uncomfortable than I thought." And the first 3 months, I reach out to like maybe 1 or 3 agencies because I get intimidated because I hear that Daniel Hoff is a top 10 agency.
Wow.
So I'm like, he suggested me to a top 10 agency. Like, what does he think of me?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does he see?
What does he see? So I reach out to all these other people along the way, and one person they give me one company gives me a trial run for 6 months.
Wow.
So I'm technically not signed, but I'm represented for, and I can't talk to anybody else. Or I can get jobs, but I have to refer them to these people. That's
you.
You know, I can talk to other people, but since they're representing me for 6 months, I have to refer my work to them, or you know, my representation to them. So that's how it works out. You know, like we're shaking hands on business for 6 months, and once that 6 months came up, they said, "Hey, we're going to let you go." You know, I went on like 1 or 2 auditions, and they were like, "Hey, like, you know, unfortunately, we're at differences." You know, and I was like, "Hey, I appreciate you. You know, yeah, you know, I'm gonna move on." So at that point, I was like, "Fuck these niggas."
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Fuck these niggas.
It's the get back
So
time.
at that point, I got mad, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go audition for these people that Will Catlett told me about."
Wow.
I go audition. It's an open call. They don't even have open calls anymore for them specifically. But, you know, they're like, "Oh, yeah, come in on Tuesday." And I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I've been going to expressions. So I've been, you know, getting my stage presence ready.
Yeah.
And going off the cuff a little bit and rehearsing and shit. So I audition. A week passes by. That was the longest week ever. And my agent, who is my agent now, his name is Garrett Garrett Hershey, and he says, hey, you know, like we'll like you to come back, do an audition. And at that point, when I was in the room, I remember there was a moment where I felt like I was falling off, and at that point, I was like, what would Micah do? And I did something where I I'm coming down, and the words are coming down, my body's coming down, like my body movement's coming down, and I like snap, and then I pop my shoulder, and whatever words follow, like it was just like a catchphrase, or something like that. I kid you not, like 3 days later, I get the contact from my agent now, and he's like, hey man, you're rough, but we can work with it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like told me straight out like that. You're rough. You're rough around the edges, but we can work with it. You got potential. This word comes up again.
Wow.
And I'm like, for y'all to tell me the truth, but then still rock with me.
Yeah.
Because the truth wasn't necessarily in like the top percentile. I'm like, oh, something's happening. You know.
Wow.
Something's happening. So at that point, like I'm 7 years, you know, down the line, still with the same squad. But that at that point, I was like, oh, okay, like I see what my brother was talking about, and then I continue to see him in his in his path, talking about God, marriage,
yes,
family, you know, teaching classes. I find out my cousin is connected to him in a church.
Wow.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is divine.
Divine, yes.
This is divine.
Man.
So yeah, this is just like me listening, you know.
Yeah.
So the first agency that kicked you to the curb, their loss, they wasn't the top 10.
They weren't. No.
Wow. Goofies.
What's crazy is I came back to them, hit them up like, hey, I got this audition for before. I'm still coming off humble tip. I was like, hey, you know, can y'all rep me for this audition? Because I've always tried to just walk my way, talk my way, email my way into a film or a television show. Hadn't happened, or hadn't happened on the projects that I have. But there was a time where I reached out to them and I was like, hey, can you rep me? And they didn't hit me back. A couple days later, I hit them. I'm like, hey, unfortunately, we can ignore that because Daniel Hoff Agency just picked me up.
That unfortunately.
And they hit me back and they were like, well, can we rep you too? And
yeah, see,
I'm like, sorry.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
Unfortunately. I'm gonna move on.
So we know with just the life you live, brother, there's no end game when you are the blessing that continues to be a blessing to people with your artistry. What is your dream role?
So that's easy right now because I've been focused on one thing: supervillain. Wow, supervillain. I hurt my back during COVID. Started working out. At that point, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just keep working out. Like I feel better now. But
yeah.
Let me attach this to something I want, so I can just keep doing it. And I was like, I want to be a supervillain. And it just continued to radiate, and it keeps me working out. So I'm like, okay, so if I'm working out, then I'm just getting ready for it.
What type?
You feel me? What type?
Yeah.
What type of supervillain?
Yeah.
Break that down for me. Brek that down.
Like superhero
like
movie or
comical, serious?
Got you. You know, I think all the things that fall under that umbrella, because I feel that like the trope with the hero is people start developing this relationship with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, oh, they can't do that. Oh, they can't do this. Like,
Yep.
Like let me see The Rock do some A24 film.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. I know he'll pull it off.
Yeah.
Fucking The Rock.
Yeah.
But people aren't like, you know, like lobbying for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? They lobby for him to do Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I haven't seen Black Adam.
Don't.
So my shit is invalid. So.
Yeah, but don't. No. The film he said he been working on for years. Don't, please.
Hey,
The collective of air that just left the room when you said that, bro,
Yeah.
to let you know not to watch.
I kid you not. You can put Black Adam on, and I probably will watch The Rock flashbacks on WWE over that.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes. So the villain. Okay. Now musically, I know you got a project, a single, because I seen on your IG.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Okay. So I just recently dropped a track called "You Should Too," and that has the work from myself, Charlie Scoville, Evan. I'm tripping out on his last name right now. He is a saxophone player on there, and I had him play some keys on there as well.
Dope ass track, by the way. Phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
Lyrics, man, on point.
I appreciate it. Niggas get shot, then they back on the block. Don't go back to the block. Hey,
very conscious dope.
Bro. Yeah, so I'm trying to, I'm trying to.
Well, hold up.
Yep, talk to me.
I let him say trying. Ooh, talking to the past. We don't do that in here, man. Ain't no trying. You doing it.
I love this.
Once upon a time, that used to be 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we speaking forward now,
okay.
present and future. You doing it.
I owe the channel 10 push-ups. Okay. I owe it. I'll do that. But yes, what I am doing.
There you go.
What I am doing is a combination of consciously preparing a project, but then also having fun along the side.
Yes.
And having, boundless creativity, going against my own grain. But yeah, I'm right now I'm working on dropping some gems that have been, ruminating with me for a minute.
Wow.
The project, I'm not sure when this will come out, but I'm sure the project will be out by the time this comes out.
Okay.
It's called Intentions. And it has a combination of people that I have worked with. It's only 6 tracks, maybe 7 tracks, based on what I'm feeling from today.
Yeah.
But it's a combination of things I've produced, things I've written, things I've gone and just written on top of other people's beats, all within a span of 2.
Got you.
Like I might have produced 2 of them, I might have
Written
2 of them, and I might have just collaborated, however,
on 2 of them.
On 2 of them.
Wow.
But yeah, I got a lot of music coming. What's a lot? Who knows? We might have something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
because you be giving us teasers on, because I know you got 2 different pages. You got the acting one, your business one, then you got the Micah Volts.
And
you be dropping teasers. I'm like, come on, man, stop playing.
Even doing that, like I used to put everything on the same page, but then I realized people were getting a little confused.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have one thing like too strong over
Yeah.
the other.
Yeah.
So my agency, that's another thing Danny suggested. He was
separate them.
You feel me? I'm talking to him. He's telling me the real shit. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, separate it. I know it's annoying.
But yeah.
But if you're going to be on your phone, separate them. So
Yeah.
that way people have a choice.
Wow.
You feel me? And
Yeah.
I'm like, boom, okay. Another time where I'm just like, I hear you talking to me.
Yeah.
Let me receive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, I have a music collective called Free Gold, and it's a combination of friends. We like to base it off of how like the Gorillas is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't really know who's in the Gorillas.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
You feel me? But I know it's like 1 or 2 dudes.
Yeah.
That, not transfer, but exchange, different people sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I work with. I work with myself. Write tracks with the homie Matthew. He wrote on Bad Habit. That was Steve Lacy. That
Yeah.
track. Yeah.
That's dope.
You feel me? Like I'm around dope people.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm around y'all. Like,
Yeah. Likewise.
You feel me? So it's like it's no reason for
For magic not to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
And it's happening. And it's gonna continue to happen.
Amen.
Let the people know, man, how they can get in contact with you, brother.
Absolutely.
And what's to come for Micah, man, in the soon future.
Hey. If you would like to check out things that I've worked on the film space, my name is Micah Bijon. If you would, with an underscore. If you would like to check out some things on the music tip, my name is Micah Vaults, Wave, MicahVaults.wave. If you'd like to check out some of the merchandise, it is Intentions LA. This is my company. This is my brand. The website is Vaults Vision. It's all things that correlate with either the brand or my name. Those are all my real names. Micah Bijon Vaults is the whole thing, but we like to separate the houses so that way y'all have the choice to choose what you want to digest.
Man.
And things to come. We shall talk about them and we shall share them. But some of the things to look forward to. I'm doing So Far Sounds on Monday the 23rd So depending on when this came out, I have done So Far Sounds.
You have done.
I have done So Far Sounds. Okay, so
and you killed that motherfucker.
I killed that motherfucker. Because we're talking about it right now, and I'm seeing what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do this. Damn, y'all remember that?
Man, you killed that motherfucker, man.
That shit is wild.
I was scared when I did that shit, but when I did it, I was like, dang, I remember when I was talking about this in the future, about the past.
Yeah.
You know? So I caught up to it.
And there it is.
And I'm going to laugh there.
Yeah.
And we're going to connect that clip. And I'm going to be like politics.
Yes, sir.
Patio politics. So it's going to catch up. Shout out to Back to the Future.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Before we
sir.
get up out of here, is there anything on that card that you want to hit? Everybody come here with a game plan, but as soon as you get on this field, it change.
Absolutely. Can I just I want to hype Pops up.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I
Please.
want to hype Pops up. So Pops is a part of a community, part of a production team called the Uncle Jam's Army.
Oh man, shout out to Uncle Jam's Army.
Shout out to Uncle Jam's Army.
Classic, legendary.
And so they have an event coming up. And it is, I believe, the 27th.
Wow.
In Lamert Park. What is that? Regency West.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like,
wow.
I'm sure Pooh was there.
Yeah.
Battle Cat was there. Whoop de whoop, blah blah blah. Since we're in the future right now.
Yeah.
And y'all already went to it.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
So
damn, shout out to Pops.
Reason why I bring it up though is because now, in real time, we've had this event.
Yeah.
In real time, I'm working on a documentary.
Wow.
And we might be back here, whether it's pre or post.
Yeah.
To even talk about it. But
no, we definitely will.
You feel me? 50 years of hip hop. It's some stories that haven't been told.
That have not been told. Uncle Jams is one of them.
You feel me?
Man.
Uncle Jams. We gotta celebrate people that's still here. Battle Cats, the Egyptian Lover.
Yeah.
My pops, Edwin. World Class Wrecking Crew.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like, so many.
A lot of hip hop history,
dudes,
man.
You feel me? So
on the West.
So we would definitely love to even have y'all to be a part of what is made.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So I appreciate y'all for having me, and
we appreciate you, man.
To the cheers to the future.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Mac May
to the future.
My brother Micah.
Still ain't got no cup.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's upside down.
Hey man, thank y'all for joining and tuning in. Please make sure y'all support my brother in all of his endeavors. And if they want to get the merchandise, because I know you brought us some, how can they get that?
Yes, they had to get the first, and I mean the first. Okay, Pops got the first.
Yeah,
Pops got the first. Yeah.
Outside of family,
outside of family, y'all are family.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Outside of the nigga that had me.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
Y'all are getting the first, and I wanted y'all to have it because it's in soccer, like to commemorate like the best player giving the best player on the other team, or like somebody that they are appreciative of. Jersey swap.
Wow.
So
all praises.
That's
man.
me bringing that. Y'all brought me in.
Thank you.
This is also, I believe, my first official interview.
Oh yeah. All praises. Yeah. And it won't be your last.
Not at all.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
sir.
So,
no, go ahead.
As you said, I got carried away.
No.
They can find everything through the account Intentions Los Angeles or falsevision.com.
Got you.
And shout out to I gotta say it too. On my logo, inspiration is from the late great Nip.
Oh yeah.
I met him at Nick's Check Cashing on
Crenshaw Slauson. Shout out to the landmark. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we appreciate you.
Man,
always and forever.
Take us out, Mac Main.
Man, shout outs to the sponsors.
All the sponsors.
Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all know what's going on. Patio PolitiCz every Tuesday. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. Check out every episode, every interview, every panel. You know how we do up over here. If you like to join us, that information is available to you too. But for right now, in real time, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate you. We love you.
We don't do trends, we trendsetters.